Hello, in this video I'm going to show you some clips and photos of some of my plants near the beginning of the summer and what they look like now at the end of the summer to see how much they've grown. The first plant is my good old golden pothos. This is what it looked like back in May. The smaller pot is a propagation from the bigger mother plant. And here is the mother plant today, with a couple more babies it's had over the summer. When I took cuttings from the mother plant, I started new plants instead of planting the cuttings back in with the mother plant. But all the cutting and pruning encouraged the mother plant to grow even more, so it ends up looking bushier than before, and I love the way it looks. The next plant is this Monstera. The pictures were taken in June. You can see that there's no fenestrated leaves yet, so it was a very young plant, whereas now it looks a lot fuller and it's got two beautiful fenestrated leaves. I usually keep this plant on my bedside table and I love waking up to it every morning. The next plant I want to show you is my Croton. It has grown a lot taller and has grown a lot more big leaves since the last clip. The newer leaves are mostly green except down the center line and at the edges. But I really tried, okay? This plant gets the sunniest spot in my apartment, but the sunlight it receives is still not enough for the leaves to change color. I blame it on the rainy, cloudy English weather. Anyways, it still looks beautiful even if most of the leaves are green. The next plant I want to show you is the neon pothos. Here it is back in May and here it is now, in a much bigger pot. I've also been taking cuttings from this plant, but instead of starting new plants, I put the cuttings back in with the mother plant, so that's why this plant is looking a lot bushier. Then we have my spider plant. This was what it looked like back in April when I had just put it in this 6-inch pot, and here it was a month later in May. You can see the new long leaves coming out from the top. And here it is now in September, still in the same pot but looking a lot bigger. This thing just grows so fast that I'm slightly worried I will not have enough space for it soon. If you're looking for a fast-growing plant, get a spider plant. Another plant with a huge transformation is my Raindrop peperomia. It had about 5 big leaves back in June, but now it has a lot more new leaves coming out. I'm really surprised to see all this new growth, to be honest, because the first month after I brought this plant home, it grew nothing and just sat on my shelf looking grumpy all day. So it's cool to see all these cute new leaves coming out. I've also cut a big leaf off for propagation, otherwise this plant would look even fuller. But yeah, I just love this plant and its big rubbery leaves. Seeing plants grow is easily one of the top reasons that I keep houseplants, so let me know in the comments which plants of yours grew the most this summer. I love to know. And that's it for this update. See you next week. Bye!